Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Dr. Frederick Douglass Haynes. Man, I love you, and always good to have you, and thank you for giving us that word every morning for the past 15 years, Pastor Haynes. It's been a long time. We are happy to have you.
Oh, Rickey Smiley, I thank you so much. It's my honor and pleasure, and I appreciate and love you. Listen, Rick, I love the song for the day, In the Sanctuary. We need this song every now and then when I'm feeling down because life has got me down. People have let me down. This song gets me up. In the Sanctuary by Kurt Carr, because one of the things that he says is, and we will praise you for the rest of our days. I've discovered something about praise that will bless you, and that is praise is a disposition. It's not only what comes out of your mouth and how you raise your hands, it's a disposition. And when you are in a disposition of praise, it overcomes the conditions of your circumstances. And so I will praise God for the rest of my days. Number one, I praise God in appreciation for what God has already done. Listen, every now and then, if you want to get your praise on, here's what you do. Have a flashback. Recall what God has done. Because when you recall what God has done, you recognize that where you are has everything to do with what God has already done. And so I praise God in appreciation for what God has done. If it had not been for God on my side, I praise God for what God has done, bringing me through dangers, toils, and snares. I have already come. I praise God for what God has done. And so in appreciation, I praise him for the rest of my days. But then also in anticipation, I praise God for the rest of my days. The same God that blessed me back then can bless me in the days ahead. So I don't worry about the future because I know that God holds the future. And that's the word I'm giving to everyone this day. Adopt a disposition of praise. And you praise God in appreciation for what God has done, but then you praise God in anticipation of what God is going to do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift my hands in the sanctuary, and I'm going to praise God for the rest of my days.
Yes, sir, Pastor Haynes. And I love this song by Kurt Carr. Kurt Carr is a friend of mine. And let's get into this music. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how they can get your sermons.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. They get my sermons on my YouTube channel, which is Frederick Haynes. Also, our website, friendshipwest.org. Thank you, bro.
There it is. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after the hour. You got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. A vital system of ocean currents could collapse within a few decades if world pollution continues. Scientists say the collapse would be catastrophic for global weather and affect every person on the planet. A new study published on Tuesday in the journal Nature found that the current, which includes the Gulf Stream, could collapse around the middle of the century or even as early as 2025. Elsewhere, Bowie in Florida registered more than 101 degrees Fahrenheit water temperature. To put that in perspective, the average hot tub temperature is 100 to 102 degrees. Lastly, the Mega Millions jackpot grew to a whopping $910 million after no ticket matched all 6 numbers drawn on Tuesday night. The next drawing is on Friday, July 28th. Officials say the prize money could soar to $1 billion by then. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What's up there, Maria? We had a very scary moment in the world of sports yesterday. LeBron James' oldest son, Bronny James, suffered a cardiac arrest while practicing at USC. Medical staff was able to treat him and take him to the hospital. Bronny is now in stable condition and no longer in ICU. Stephen A. Smith has some words he wanted to share.
When you hear something like this, you just thank the good Lord that the medical staff was there in attendance, that he wasn't practicing by himself with nobody around, that there were people there to see and what transpired and ultimately come to the rescue. And we don't know how it's cardiac arrest, so obviously it's serious, but we don't know the intricate details. I'm just thankful. Thank the good Lord that he's doing okay and that whatever caused this is something they will identify and alleviate as soon as possible.
Yeah, man, that was scary. Cardiac arrest happens when the heart suddenly and unexpectedly stops beating. Blood flow to the brain stops as well. Dr. Sanjay Gupta also has something he wanted to say.
Loss of consciousness and likely needed resuscitation, maybe even defibrillation, likely defibrillation at that time. The outcome was he was taken to the hospital. He was in the ICU, but was quickly discharged from the ICU.
So let's keep little Bronny, LeBron James and his family in prayer. That's a scary moment, man. It's these heart situations that's happening so often nowadays is in the world of sports is very scary because we already know Buffalo Bills safety DeMar Hamlin also suffered cardiac arrest on Monday Night Football. So we'll continue to keep you guys posted on that. That's my quick sports report right there. Gary with the T, what's up there, man?
All right, if you have some extra money lying around the house, honey, you could buy a beautiful 1996 Mercedes-Benz X600 Lawrencer that was once owned by Michael Jordan. Y'all. Yes, they're saying y'all that this beautiful car was once owned by he and his wonderful wife, Miss Juanita Jordan. Now, the car is only going for $23. You can buy that car. Now, they're saying that the car will be sold by a live stream shopping platform, whatnot, at this year's National Sports Collectors Convention. Now, it's going to run up until July the 30th. They're saying anyone that's interested in buying a car can enter its whatnot drop through the company's smartphone app on the first day of the event. And, a lot of people saying this is a great because it was equipped with so many things. They're saying it came with a cell phone that was built in the car, and they're saying on that phone, when it rings, Michael Jordan names appears, honey, and it's finished out in metallic, dark blue, and features some custom exterior work, including a wide body kit and chrome monoblock wheels. So if you got $23, you can enter into that.
$23?
$23, that's all they're asking for. You wouldn't want.
You got to go buy a motor for that thing. Some tires probably riding on. You probably put so much money into the damn car.
Yeah. So they say it's $23. So congratulations to the winner, whoever.
And don't nobody know that they used to be Michael Jordan car.
Thank you.
Around and you gonna lie?
Exactly. Prove it. So people gonna want it to be proved, especially us Africans in America.
You gotta show everybody the paperwork to prove. Oh, that is Michael Jordan car.
So we're going to see who win that car. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Galaxy. On the high end, you say Galaxy, and on the low end, you say beautiful navy blue. That's your color for today. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
On to Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 8 at time right now. It's 29 minutes after the hour. Yeah, we got the one and only comedian extraordinaire, Rita Brent, sitting in for the Brent with the hot spot. You buy?
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card, the travel card for people always asking, where next? Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. Rita Brent has the hot spot. Good morning.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning, everybody. I'm Rita Brent, sitting in for the Brad this morning, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. All right, y'all. The sexiest man alive almost got shot. Nope, not Special K. Idris Elba. Some of his most memorable roles have been gun-wielding good guys, but the actor was left terrified after being threatened at gunpoint during an altercation in the United States. He said, "I nearly lost my life after attempting to stop a man who was threatening his girlfriend outside a club." He said a guy was screaming in her face, saying, "I will blank blank kill you." And Idris went over and said, "Look how beautiful she is. Why would you talk to this beautiful princess like that?" The star says he pulled out a gun, stuck it right in my face, and goes, "You talking about my girl?" He thought I was trying to hit on her. And I remember thinking, I better not talk to him like that because there are consequences. So, needless to say, Idris lived to tell the story, but this could have ended badly. We're glad he is okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Where's Monica when you need her? She could have stepped in.
For real. Don't do that. You don't get involved in nobody mess.
Yeah, man.
No, don't do that. I remember with high school, I tried to break up a fight between a girl and a dude, and he elbowed me in my right breastises.
Ooh.
And it ain't been the same since.
Ain't been the same.
No, so I won't be doing that. But shout out to Idris. Now, we're moving on. It ain't been to stay ache when it get cold outside. Just the right one. Just the right one.
We'll keep that in mind.
Please do. Don't hug me too hard.
Not on the right side.
Not on the right side. It ain't never been the same since. Now we're moving on from Idris to Issa. Issa Rae admits feeling insecure with her body before arriving on the Barbie movie set. When Rae, who plays President Barbie in the film, first got the call to join the cast, she questioned whether she was in Barbie shape. Then she learned that the director had a much broader idea of who and what Barbie is than most who grew up with or knew of the doll. So she says, right before the role came to me, I was post-Insecure, post-Rap-ish, and post the final season of Insecure press tour. And I was like, well, I'm just going to let myself go. I'm eating everything. That's what she told Glamour. And then she got the call to do Barbie and was like, oh, no, I'm not Barbie shape ready. But then she realized the directors of Barbie World consist of all body types. So while she was still on her fitness journey, she said, I felt less insecure about my Barbie body or lack thereof. Well, I mean, that's good to know that the director had a vision of inclusion in mind when casting instead of just the traditional supermodel look. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Ricky, if somebody told you to get swole for a role, would you do it, or you just say, take me as I am?
Yeah, I'll get swole.
Okay.
Yeah, and take some pictures immediately because I know after that it's going to be a wrap.
I heard that Barbie movie was off the chain, like for real.
Yeah, the Republicans are calling it woke.
Is that right?
Yeah. Apparently it's a lot of themes about patriarchy and feminism in there. So they say it's not a movie for kids, but Whoopi Goldberg said go see it.
Right.
There it is.
All right. And for my last story, Snoop Dogg seems to be making a statement to Tinseltown about the SAG-AFTRA and Writers Guild strikes. He is axing 2 of his big LA shows in solidarity with the union members. He announced Tuesday that we regret to inform you that due to the ongoing strike and the uncertainty of when this will be over, we need to cancel the Hollywood Bowl show. Now, he didn't cancel his other shows, but he is canceling this one. He made some recent bold statements demanding change in the recording industry, sounding off on modern day artists getting stiffed on residuals in the age of streaming, while also pointing out showbiz writers and actors are fighting over the same stuff in their strikes. So shout out to Snoop. He's down for the struggle, and in our corner, I'm in the Writers Guild. I've got some residuals checks that are like less than $1. So, you know what I'm saying? So I feel that. But do y'all think that more people should follow Snoop and strike and cancel shows in solidarity?
Oh, yeah. Got to stick together. That's the only way you're going to get anything done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Snoop. I'm Rita Brent, and that is what's hot coming up. Rock T has the HBCU next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Special K, good morning.
Hey, good morning. So, good morning, Ricky and everybody. Yeah, have you ever thought about renting your place out on Airbnb when you go on vacation?
Hell
No.
I know, that's creepy, right? Well, this guy in California, he recently went to Vancouver for a few months to spend some time with his family. Now, he's on a 1-year lease at his place, and he kept paying rent. He just locked up and left town. So when he got back, a bunch of his stuff was missing, including his PlayStation, his computer, and a gun. So he filed a police report. But it turned out there had not been a break-in. His place had been rented out on Airbnb by who? His landlord. Yeah, now he told the landlord that he would be out of town, and they realized they could make a little extra cash by renting the place out, but without his knowledge or his permission. So now the landlord is trying to claim that they did nothing wrong, and they're refusing to pay for the stuff that got stolen.
So, did he agree to the Airbnb?
No, he didn't. He just told the landlord, hey, I'm going to be leaving town. I don't want y'all to think nothing's wrong. I'll be out of town probably, 2-3 months. But I'm going to keep paying my rent, trifling. And I'm just going to be gone.
That's trifling.
Yeah, so the guy posted about it in a Reddit group where lawyers give out free legal advice, and they're all telling him that he needs to sue. They say the landlord violated what they call his reasonable expectation of privacy. So he could end up getting a lot more than what that old PlayStation was worth.
My question is, why you tell the landlord that you're going somewhere anyway?
Thank you.
Yeah, just
go.
go.
Yeah, if you're going to continue paying your rent, I mean, I don't know why the landlord needed to know that, but that was real trifling on the landlord part.
It's something more to
just
that.
Rent out your spot.
Yeah, it's something more to that.
It seems like it, don't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be
somebody been living in your house,
right? When you didn't even know,
and you ain't know. You had no idea. You don't know.
I would have had to take every single thing out that house and clean every corner, carpet, in that wall, furniture clean. If not, get some new. I'll have to start over. I feel like somebody been in my house and I don't know who been in my house or whatever. I'm just funny. Rita, are you the same way?
Yeah, and I'm thinking if somebody been in there, you know, people use the bathroom now and they take all their clothes off. So just imagine you come back and your bathroom been defiled. You don't know what's been going on. We got to clean up. Rooter to the tutor, we got to clean up.
All day.
Pressure wash.
I don't see how people rent out their personal house.
Me neither,
like, I can
man.
see if you bought a house strictly for Airbnb that you don't live in.
Yeah.
But your personal house that you live in, oh, no.
And I tell people all the time, I'm like, I would be terrified to do an Airbnb. I'm sorry, Jimmy, because you don't know when people put cameras in their damn houses and stuff like that. Mm-mm.
I mean, me and my family, we stay at Airbnb when we go out of town, but it's the Airbnbs that don't... that nobody lives in is strictly for Airbnb.
They can still put cameras in there.
Most of them got cameras. Most of them got cameras. Yeah.
And I give them something to look at.
Well, you would.
I'm a freak.
Whipping, I don't 18 tipping. Road turning in the 4 lanes while I'm whipping old Wayne in. No, it ain't no skipping. Red cup on sipping. Like a paid and don't need no extensions. Figured out that life is hard growing up without a daddy. Well, I never had a caddy, but I'm still pimping. I put a cap on simping. Like I'd rather do crack and some rap on tricking. Road chicks is a no-go. All I know is FOMO, and I'm on the passport tripping. Gotta think it since you bleed the same. It's kinda odd to them that I act so different. Come through like I run into the store, leaving out the front door while you at her mentions. I mean, I'll never be homeless, but you can't fall off when the boss chick on it. Been chillin' like a villain in the league all by myself. Never had no opponents. Can't help but flown it. You ain't got it, then own it. But don't get mad if you can't get chose. Living room with a gang of hoes that either had it or they want it. And that was every other kickback. Let them know what front. Ain't with all the chit chat now since freshman year when I was tripping in the bars. I'm chicken for a Big Mac. Broke them off like a Kit Kat. I swallow let the truth, but it's easy when you spit facts. What's a yo pimp to do when ain't nothing new?
Hey, Rita, can you redo that?
Got them all show me love.
Girls in the church, so you got to remake that.
I will.
Somebody in the church, some.
That's one of the coldest beats ever.
I swear. Ooh. That one in that what it is, yo. What's up?
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time for Gary with his tea and clue of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Shaquille LaDawn Proctor, y'all. She's a model, she's a businesswoman, and she's a social media influence, y'all. A lot of people saying, honey, she may be walking, probably right now walking, honey, because it's being reported that her ex-NFL star boyfriend, Cam Newton, y'all, has slapped her with a lawsuit, honey. They're saying that Cam Newton has filed a lawsuit against Miss Shaquille Proctor. They're saying that he said he wants his 2017 Bentley returned. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that this woman has 4 kids with this man, y'all. They're saying 4 beautiful kids. Now, the breakup happened around the time when Newton fathered a child, honey, with his Instagram model girlfriend, Miss Lorena Shaw. Now, in the lawsuit, they're saying Mr. Newton said that there is a dispute over a 2017 Bentley Bentayga owned by him that he allowed Miss Proctor to use while they were in a romantic relationship. Now, the suit said although the relationship has ended, Proctor remains in possession of the car and refuses to turn the car to Newton. Now, Newton said he purchased this beautiful Bentley back in May of 2018, and the car was placed in his name solely, the suit alleged. Now, the ex-NFL star said that he allowed Miss Proctor to use the car with the understanding that she would return the car if the relationship ended. And it went on and on to the break of dawn. That's tagging.
You have to let her drive that. Which car he should have let her drive, Special K?
A really nice Camry. Like a really top of the line, like the XSE or the XLE Camry. A nice Camry. It's good gas.
You don't let her drive the Bentley unless you get ready to put a ring on it.
You let her borrow the Bentley for one night.
For church.
Let her keep it. Yeah.
Yeah, for prom.
She got family in town or something.
Well, let me tell y'all something, honey. If I was a woman, you ain't nowhere in hell you're going to take my car from me. That woman got 4 children for him. So what you going to do? Walk the street?
Bentley?
Well, if they used to ride in the Bentley, Ricky, when them kids look up
so what they going to do when they get on the school bus?
Well, that's a different story. Once they get on the school bus and get home, they'll get back in the Bentley. So it doesn't make sense for him to do that to that
Camry got seats and a radio and heat and air, just like a Bentley.
Okay, and honey, but still, all those things, honey, no, they won't be fine.
Be all right.
And if I was a woman, honey, ain't no way in hell you're gonna give me a car and take it back. We're gonna put it in my name. Let's put it in my name right now, and we're gonna, yes, we'll put it in my name.
She should have did that when she got the car.
Yeah, well, she sure should have, but evidently she wasn't thinking at the time, honey, because she thought she probably had a decent man, honey. But nevertheless, child, I just think, Rita, Maria, would y'all let a man give y'all a damn car and put y'all back on to walking after you got kids for him and what have you?
Maria, what you think? I'll let you go.
I was trying to default it to you, sis. I would follow your plan. I would protect myself and perhaps put the car in my name.
Yes. Hell.
Wouldn't put the loan in my name, but I would put the car in my name.
Rita?
Yeah, same. I put the car in my name. But you know,
you see that?
I can't put the car in your name if it ain't yours.
Well, wait, it's going to be mine. Ricky, she got 4 children for him.
Well, you just got to catch him at that magical
she did him
moment.
a favor. Got 4 children for him.
She need a van,
she did
though.
him a favor.
She need a van. She don't need no Bentley.
No, Rita. A Bentley could hold 4 babies, honey. You could hold 4 babies, honey. You put 1 in the front and 3 in the back.
But that
van got the
van.
TV in the van is safer. She need one of them little,
Odyssey.
That Honda van. Yes.
That's
Odyssey.
That's it.
The one where the doors open by themselves.
That's right.
Yes, sir. And the mid chair
the one
spin
that
around.
they use on my 600-pound life when they trying to get to Houston.
They take the seats out.
Oh, Lord. That man is, Jesus. That man is a millionaire, honey. She deserves to drive it. That's what he put her in. That's what we need to keep him. The way you got me, the way you need to keep me.
Said the key word. He's a millionaire.
Okay.
She's 100-aire.
No, honey, she have them damn babies. I'm finna dog. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, baby, Beyonce, honey, this girl, they said somebody got fired, honey. Now, Beyonce was on the stage performing the other day, honey. They said her lighting engineer, I guess Mr. Q. Now, this is the second time that something happened with Miss Beyonce during this tour. Now, she was on the stage performing, and they forgot to put the fan on. And you know Miss Snow's got to have her hair blowing, honey. They said the time Beyonce had, got on the stage and the fan wasn't blowing her hair, they said she started singing, honey, another episode of Somebody's Getting Fired. That's what she started singing. How dare she say that? Tell the people, things happen. I mean, Ricky, you perform all the time. I mean, is there anything that ever happened with you that your staff or crew didn't do, honey, and you kind of like alluded to they was getting fired?
Well, no, I don't do all that, but you do have one job. You got one job. You got one job. You can't have me on stage looking bad if you're doing the lights and the camera and the music and stuff. You can't have me looking bad now. I ain't gonna have you looking bad.
Yeah, but mistakes happen, though, honey. They probably thought her hair was going to, I mean, it was long and flowing, and she does have a new hair color and some new length to her hair. They probably thought it would fly, by itself. When you turn your head, your hair usually flies. I mean, but nevertheless, I hope she didn't fire
that fan got to be on. Whoever the fan turner owner needs to be on point.
Got to be on it,
man. You got to on and off switch. All right, here come the beat, here come the beat. The lights go, boom, go, hit the fan. That's your only job.
Yeah, man.
That's your only job.
Especially with a show like hers, because she got that high-level performance.
Turn the damn fan on, sir. It's got a man named Mr. Thomas over there.
Smoking
his shirt tucked, pants pulled up, looking over the top of his glass with a cigarette in his hand. All he got to do is turn the fan on.
And the box fan always worked. That's what she need, a box fan. It ain't never went wrong.
Talking the one be in the front of Walmart when you walk in.
That white one with the dust. The dust come in the fan with it when you buy it. Dust in the fan when you buy it.
Well, honey, I hope that person still got a job. They say she should just hire just a person just to do the fan here. Just have a fan man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's some old man named Clarence that would have done that job perfectly, Special K.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had a shirt on, had a whole name tag, Clarence.
Got
then
all
at the
them
bottom
keys
had
on his
fan.
belt.
Huh?
He got a keychain with all them keys on it. He got 2 pens in his shirt pocket, and he got a little notepad for no reason.
Hey, Kay, what did he be telling his grandchildren after the concert? What did he go home tell his grandchildren?
Hey,
he be hyped.
I turned that fan on for what's her name? Beyonce. You know I turned that fan on for her. Yeah, she come right here and get the blowing. I cut that fan on to get the blower hell. I sure did.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Galaxy. On the high end, you say Galaxy, and on the low end, you say beautiful navy blue.
Get the blowing hard. Get the blowing on her hair. It just be blowing like a white woman.
What did he say?
Like a white woman. It be blowing like a white woman. I get the hair blowing. I just cut that fan on. I cut it on. It is just, get the blowing. And she come over there again. I cut that fan on again. They go, whoo, you get the blowing. Just like a white woman, I tell you. She a nice girl, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she good people. She good people. That what her husband name is? That Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. She good people. He good people, too.
You don't know the husband name?
Her husband, ZJ. ZJ. Yeah, he a nice little fella. Mm-hmm. Sure live. Mm-hmm. Sure live. Mm-hmm. Cut that fan on. He go, whoop. Go, whoop. Look at that lady. They're blowing like a white woman, I tell you. Mm-hmm. Sure live. Mm-hmm.
Better stop him.
Yep, I did. Yeah, that's what I do. I just put that fan on. I get that thing to blow, and they go, whoop. They're like a white woman.
We get it, dog. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got your wake-up call. Get at your boy, 866-9-RICKEY. Let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Frank Jeter calling from Belleville, Texas. I'd like to wake up my wife, Edna. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Robert Henderson, Greenwood, South Carolina. I want to give a shout out to my granddaughter, Janaya Nicole Ebo, for making the Dean's List in college. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Cedar Dancer, a.k.a. P, waking up all the Broward County teachers who taught summer school. Wake up, wake up.
Good morning. My name is Vicky, calling from the 305. I want to say good morning to Mama Northwestern class of 1988. 2 more days, and we're going to be on cruise control. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Oh, yo, I just cut that fan on there. There you go. Beyonce walking there. Whoop, just like that, like a white woman.
Wake up, Seattle, wake up, and Detroit, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, St. Louis, wake up, New Orleans, wake up, and Memphis, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, man, thank y'all for your wake-up call, man. You stupid. You done went in there and got on the phone and called back in. You need to go somewhere and sit down, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Yeah, Janie, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mary and Gary and Rita.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Jenkins.
Good morning.
And, what the other boy named Kay?
Hey, good morning, Miss Jenkins.
Ricky. Good morning, Miss Bernice. Get out church announcement this morning. Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Govern yourself. Accordingly. Something wrong with him, man. He ain't had his medicine this morning. It's a special offering to raise money for Deacon Charlie Tibbs. You know him, Janie?
Yeah.
Who had both of his feet replaced after a rare carpet cleaning accident last month. Now, the new feet is a size 8.5, but his original feet was a size 11, so he need money to buy at least 6 new pair of shoes. So make sure y'all keep him lifted up in prayer.
Yeah.
And the pastor is asking in the most respectful way that all members getting baptized, please take some Gas X pills that morning, because the last 3 people baptized pooed it in the water. And pastor said it's real bad because he had to dip them down right there when the poop bubbles burst up on top of the water. And it threw off the rest of the baptismal. And they was having a hard time getting the sins off of the people that was getting baptized. The funeral service for 98-year-old Deacon Robert Hanks Sr. Did you know him, Janie?
Yes.
It's on. The funeral is gonna be on Saturday at 2:00. And he's been struggling with severe earwax, hepatitis, whiplash, pneumonia, rickets, pneumonia, malaria, melena, inflamed cuticles and chronic toe spasms. But that ain't what killed him.
What killed?
What took him out was he was leaving the foot doctor last week and tried to get a drink from the water fountain, and his back locked up on him, and his arthritis kicked in while he was mashing the button at the water. The water shot up so hard in his nose that he drowned himself standing right there. So that would be a closed casket. So keep everybody lifted up in prayer.
Yeah.
All right, Rock T.
All right,
All right, Ricky. Yes, ma'am, Miss Jenkins. All right, Rita.
All right, Miss Jenkins.
All right, Special Guy. All right, Ricky, take us out. All right, Miss Jenkins, thank you. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all lying. The only mistake you made on this morning show, man, is your boy, man, that don't ever come to work. You recommended him.
Yeah, worst decision of my life, I swear.
Yeah. And apparently...
Boy,
Hello?
Man. Boy, I'm going through it right now, Sadie. I'm really squashed out right now.
Sound like it, bruh.
I'm really squashed out right now, Sadie. I'm finna call the police in a minute.
What's going on?
I'm trying to get to work. My grandmama said, will you please take your uncle to daycare and drop him off?
Yeah.
You know, my uncle, he 4. And I done bought... Pancake let me borrow his charge. I got Pancake charge. You know, Pancake got that scat pack.
What?
I done borrowed Pancake scat pack last night to take, you know what I'm saying? I was going to try to flex, and I know Rita was there that morning, and, you know, I'm trying to flex and sew up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sell the scat pack. My little nephew, my little uncle, he done got his bad ass in the car. I told him to wait in the car while I come out, while I get dressed so I can drop him off at the daycare and go to work.
Yeah.
He in the car. He done locked me out the car. He mashing the damn gas. He mashing the gas on the damn charger. He won't let me get in the car. He playing around. He mashing the gas. He think it's funny.
Is that what that noise is?
Yo, I was standing outside the car. He mashing the gas. I've been out here for a whole hour, Rick.
So he's running the engine up.
I know. If he put it in drive, he gonna be dead. Now he blowing the horn. Hey, boy, open the damn door. Open the damn door. Boy, open the door.
Let's tell him we know what the noise was at first.
He just mashing the gas like it's funny. Now he blowing the horn.
Yeah, that sounds... I thought you were doing something else, dog.
At first we thought you had a movie on.
No, I'm trying to get to work, son. I promise you I'm trying to get to work. As soon as I get this boy out of the car.
Tell him to unlock the door.
I'm telling you. Hey, boy, unlock the damn door. Look, boy, unlock the door.
So what that noise in the back? That's supposed to be a tire spinning off, because it sounds like something else. Sounds like somebody had a white one.
He just in that car, just mashing the gas.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody mashing the gas.
Mashing, all right.
I'll call y'all back. Hold on.
I'm tired of being fat. Tired of being fat. I don't wanna work out. Just to unbig my back. I just wanna eat some. Unhealthy snacks. But I gotta work out to unbig my back. Oh.
Sound like Omega Sci-Fi Grand Chapter line. Them bros in the game that way, they can't set that hop out no more.
man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 5 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Rita Brent. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Good morning, Gary.
And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. All right, Azalea Banks, baby. Miss Banks is speaking out. She said she will sue Beyonce and her whole damn family. Now, they were saying last year that the Harlem recording artist, honey, Miss Banks, went ballistic on Beyonce after reports that Azalea was the muse, y'all, for the Renaissance album. Now, she said that after a fan mentioned that Miss Banks, honey, sample would have worked well on Renaissance, Azalea said, hell no. She said she told a fan that Beyonce knows better, baby, than to sample her, and promised to sue Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Blue Ivy, honey, if it ever happened. She said on her social media, she said, I would definitely sue all of them, honey. All the names above. She said I would sue Sony, Columbia, and Parkwood, Tidal, and Blue Ivy. She said I would have sued the fake Basquiat dreads right off of Jay-Z's head. She said I'm not the one, unquote. Miss Banks don't play on this girl. I mean, she said that, but that's not cute though, because she said that Jay-Z's dreads were fake. That's not a good look. She shouldn't have said that, honey. Y'all think Jay-Z's dreads fake? Really, you think they fake?
No, they look authentic to me.
To the dreads being fake as about the lawsuit. I sure like the way you spent that. Now you want to make it about the dread. You messy. Now you going to get the beehive coming for us.
But they could buzz on her. But you know, Rick, I didn't know these people was wearing fake dreads and stuff like that. I thought that was people hair at a while back, but I'm like, because I didn't realize, I said black people got long hair, but then I realized that wasn't their hair. It was dreads and stuff. Yeah, I got colleagues that wear dreads. That's not real. But anyway, congratulations, baby, to Mrs. Azalea Banks.
Who you talking about, man?
He's talking about me. I love my soft locks. He's talking about me. Yeah. It's fine. I own it. They look cute on me.
Yeah, they do look good.
They look very good.
Well, don't worry about Gary, Maria.
Why she had to take that shot?
He wasn't taking shots. Gary thinks I'm cute.
Yeah.
He does.
He
does think I'm
it might
cute.
be a little jealousy.
I think that's what it is.
But that's all right. Jesus knows that's all that matters. Moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, baby Miss Raven Simone says she possesses, y'all, real psychic powers. Now, the Raven Hunter, she played, her character, she played like she was a psychic on her character when she was on that show, that Disney show. Well, now she's saying, honey, that she really think that she possessed, real psychic powers. And she also said, Ricky, that we all have psychic powers. She said we all just need to, tap into our inner psyche. And she said we all have psychic powers. She said, but she cannot predict the future, but she said she does feel that we all have psychic powers. Now, that's a question that I want to ask you, Rita. Rita, do you think Raven got psychic powers or any other powers that we don't know about?
I don't know about Raven, but, you smell something, you can tell if it's going to be good or bad or not. So I'm psychic in that way. If it don't smell right, I don't fool with it.
Like what?
Damn.
We'll just stick with food for the sake of it's a clean radio show. But if it don't smell right, chances are that's my psychic power.
Okay. I want to push the pause button.
Okay, thank you.
The delay button.
Thank you, Rita.
You welcome.
All right, y'all. Tidal creator, y'all, he explained that why he turned down that deal from Jay-Z. And they said he reached up about the time that Jay-Z tried to sign him to his record label. Now, during a recent interview with DJ Drama, honey, Tidal creator, he appeared as a guest, and he revealed that Jay-Z, honey, tried to sign him, honey, while they were eating tacos, honey, at his Los Angeles mansion. Now, Ty recalled, quote, he said he invited us to one of his L.A. homes, and we just ate tacos. We ate some tacos, and he wanted to sign us. He said, I was like, man, you're cool, but no. He said, Puff, a lot of people, honey, were interested. He said, but I don't know. I just want creative control and to do everything that I want to do, unquote. He said, but going on, he said, Jay-Z, I guess we're trying to convince him and try to get him on to sign on, but he didn't. But why would a person not sign on with Jay-Z? With whom he is, Jay-Z is Jay-Z.
You got to know what's in that damn contract. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Because you can sign a bad contract with Jay-Z and he get everything and you get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to let your lawyer look over that. You can't sign nothing at nobody's house if you're not familiar with law in corporate law, and you got to sit down and read those contracts and go through that stuff. You got to get an entertainment attorney that specializes in contracts, not the lawyer that go to your church that practice family law.
Right.
An entertainment lawyer that specializes in contracts.
Well, I mean, so Ricky, so you've been in the business a long time. Have you ever messed up with a contract or just signed on just to be happy because you're just glad to just breathe that other person's oxygen?
That's more people in the music industry. I ain't never really signed no bad contract. I'm talking about it take me months to get. Sometimes it take months to get it done because when they get through going back and forth and making changes or whatever, you be thinking the deal is gone, but you got to get it right because if you don't get it right, you stuck. And you can't just quit and do something else. You got to sit on the sideline. Kind of like NFL contracts.
Yeah. Well, blessed Mr. Creator Hart. He did the right thing. He said, I ain't signing with you, Jay-Z. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Galaxy. On the high end, you say Galaxy, and on the low end, you say beautiful navy blue. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Health, happiness, and hope. It's Wellness Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Every Wednesday right here is Wellness Wednesday. We got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier is back with an update from the medical community, and he's going to be answering your general medical questions. Dr. Collier, good morning. How you feeling, man?
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. I'm feeling wonderfully. Good morning, Rocky. Special K with the super boots on. Maria, Gary with the T, and the in-studio guest comedian, Rita Wells. Thank y'all so much for having me and allowing me.
Good morning.
What up, Doc? Me the opportunity to bring healthcare information to the listeners of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So, Ricky, today our discussion is going to be about bone health. So this is important for men and women. Our topic is osteopenia, which is reduced bone mass, similar to, look at it like pre-diabetes. You're not diabetic, but you could be. You're headed toward diabetes. So osteopenia is reduced bone mass. It's actually, the translation is from the Greek. Osteo means bone, and pena means poverty, so low amount of bone. And then osteoporosis, of course, which is brittle bones and fragile bones that are from the loss of bone tissue. So this is usually the result of hormonal changes or a deficiency of calcium or vitamin D. So this affects men and women, and because everybody has low vitamin D, this is really a problem. It's called a silent disease, but it's not entirely silent, Ricky. Some of the signals that indicate weakening bone health: one, you're getting shorter. You're losing height. It's one of the most common signs that your spine is shrinking. You should measure yourself annually. So when you go to the doctor's office, get a real measurement, not a guesstimate, because you can drop, a half inch, a quarter inch, and before you know it, you have a hump in your back, and this can be a problem. Unexplained neck and back pain, that can be compression fractures or collapsed vertebra in the spine. Poor posture, if you just, can't stand up straight, and you're always kind of hunched over, and that's where it's going to be a real problem with this entire generation, because everybody leans forward to look at their phones. So we're going to have a lot of back and spine issues. Shortness of breath. When you bend over like that, you compromise your lung capacity, so you can't get to be seeing what you want to see. Okay, brittle fingernails. If you have those lines down your fingernails that are vertical, that means that you have a calcium deficiency and that you need to add calcium supplements to your diet. GI issues. You can have stomach issues where you're not absorbing calcium the way that you should, particularly if you have problems like celiac disease or other inflammatory bowel diseases. If you're on steroids for any autoimmune disease like lupus, then this will lower your bone density, so you have to monitor your bone density and get tested at least once yearly. Dental issues. If and we're seeing now a regeneration of adults with bad teeth. About 10 years ago that you just didn't see that, but now you see people with bad rotten teeth in their mouth because they have low calciums and low vitamin Ds. Weaker grip strength. This is something that most people, they say I'm dropping things, and that's because the muscles aren't working as well, because they're trying to compromise. They don't want to compromise the bones. Okay, and if you have a broken bone, of course, nothing worse than getting a broken bone as an adult. You don't want that to be your first time, because particularly if it's a hip, Hip fractures, particularly in women, usually will result in death within 3 to 5 years, regardless of whatever the health status is, because you lose mobility, you gain weight, you start with problems like high blood pressure, diabetes, etc. So in women, estrogen helps activate bone cells to make new bone, and in men, it's testosterone. So as your hormone levels decrease as you age, then your bone reformation slows down and you start to get weakening of the bones. So I recommend products like Citrical, which is a calcium product that's over the counter, but it's got citric acid in it like oranges. That helps the calcium be better absorbed in the stomach because it's difficult for your stomach to absorb calcium. And, of course, vitamin D at 5,000 international units per day. That will give you the strong bones that you want and you need.
All right, let's go to the phone, Sean, with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I want to know, is there any kind of way that anybody can get another bladder? Because I have to self-care 4 times a day, and my bladder doesn't contract like it's supposed to.
I have not heard of bladder transplants as an option, so self-capping is right now better than not having a bladder. I've had people that have had their bladders totally removed, and they basically have to have a tube that drains continuously in a bag. So self-capping allows you to still retain urine and control your life somewhat, but a bladder transplant or getting a new bladder is not an option at this time.
All right, John, with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
So I work with kids, and I don't know, I've been getting sick like every other week to kind of build my immunity so that I don't get sick as often.
Okay, people that work in child care, particularly with children under 4 years old, because these children have never had exposure to a variety of different infectious pathogens. They get sore throats, ear infections. You get sore throats, ear infections, respiratory tract infections. After you've been doing it for a while, you will have a super immune system, but to protect yourself, you need to take a product like my Lipo-Immune, which will boost your immune system and give you the best protection that you can. Other than that, you'll have to wear a mask to protect yourself and stay, because kids will cough, sneeze into their hands and then hug you or cough and sneeze right in your face, and it can be a problem. So in that industry in particular, respiratory tract infections are very, very common, and other infectious diseases as well.
All right, John, Dr. Collier, good morning.
My question is, I really talked about this over the air, but me and my old lady, we were doing our thing, and she was trying to tell me that one of my testicles were bigger than the other. I'm wondering, is that something that's wrong with me later on in life?
That's not unusual. You usually have some asymmetry, like your right hand is usually bigger than your left hand. Your right foot may be a half size bigger, etc. So as long as it's not markedly enlarged, if there's, I would recommend that next time you go to the doctor, you have them do a complete evaluation down there. It also could be indicative of a hernia, so we want to make sure a direct hernia, which would put a mass down inside your testicular sac. So it needs to be evaluated anytime something is new and different. But if it hasn't changed in your mind and it's all the same, then it's probably totally benign. Okay, Ricky.
Sir, put your balls in a hairnet and pull them up even. Get you one of them hairnets today. Just pull them up and then tie it up at the top.
There is actually a new brand of underwear that has a sling inside to do.
Man, go on, man. Go on, Dr. Collier. Let's go to the next call. You on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I have plantar fasciitis, and I was wondering why my feet burn at night.
Okay, but fasciitis is inflammation of the fascia on the bottom of the feet, and that is a covering like saran wrap that's right directly under the skin. It can become inflamed, and you will be miserable with that. The treatment includes foot massages, which will stretch it out, and anti-inflammatory therapy. Sometimes it's so inflamed that you have to cut it to release it, and it becomes a surgical problem. But the first treatment options would be anti-inflammatories, maybe some custom shoe inserts to give you some relief from that. But once you have that problem, that is what Tiger Woods suffered from. And as you know, it can flare up. You can be fine one minute, it can flare up the next. So it's something you need to be conscientious about, and you need to get a good podiatrist in your life, a foot specialist, and you guys coordinate a treatment regimen that's best for you.
Sir, pull your ball sack up and put a bobby pin on. Hey, let's go to the next call. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
When you get older or anything, do your sweat and your urine change smells?
Everything changes smells as you age. And actually, Steve Harvey has a very good comedy routine when he talks about the difference between a young person's urine and an older person's urine. And so it can become stronger, if you will. So you want to stay hydrated, but all of your body odor changes, your sweat changes, just the way that you smell in general. All of your body fluids will change as you age. So, again, the primary thing you can do is minimize that response by taking some good supplements and making sure that you stay hydrated. My mama used to say, you need to drink some water. Lots of it.
You didn't went in there and peed a whole bottle of Hennessy. Let's go to the phone. Dr. Collier, good morning.
I would like to know, on my left hand, I have 2 fingers. It's just for the past week. They get numb. Is that sign of a heart attack?
No, that's not signs of a heart attack. That's signs of problems with the ulnar nerve, as we call it, the funny bone. And the 2 fingers you're speaking about are the 4th and the 5th finger, the little finger and the one next to it. When you get some insult to the ulnar nerve, like you're resting your elbow on a chair side or even in your vehicle, you can do it. That can give you those symptoms, that numbness. It also could be an indication that you're starting to get early symptoms of wrist problems as well. So you want to make sure that you carpal tunnel syndrome is the term I'm looking for, and that will give you some benefit from that. Anti-inflammatories and wrist supports. You can buy a wrist splint that has a metal spoon in it that will hold your arm, your wrist up at about 15 to 30 degrees. That opens up the carpal tunnel and can give you some relief.
That is crazy. Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Ricky, you can reach me on all social media, on Instagram, Facebook, at AskDrMJ. Ask Dr. MJ. And remember, Ricky, these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast or its production crew. Stick and stay. Don't you dare go away. You grooving with Dr. MJ on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Man, stop.
Go ahead, Doc. The original hip-hop, Doc.
I'm talking about the real member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, founded in 1906.
Yes, sir. Graduate.
Yes, sir. The one and only Dr. Collier, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let's get it. Quickies.
I love the Lord. He heard my cry.
Quickies.
People get on my damn nerves.
Quickies.
You right there looking like a lizard.
Quickies.
Oh, this your boy Ricky Roach.
Quickies.
Black Tony got me pregnant.
Quickies.
Hey, Ricky, can you call my wife and tell her to call my girlfriend and wake her up so she won't be late for work?
Quickies.
Hey, yes, my punk-ass boss got fired today. Good riddance.
Quickies.
I am stuck on Band-Aid. Has Band-Aid stuck on me.
Quickies.
Hey, Papa, what we going to have for dinner? We're going to have roast duck.
Quickies.
See, look, go bring me a cool drink. And let me tell you something. I got that mailbox fix. I know if anybody mess with it. You got that?
Quickies.
Just want to say we love you, Ricky.
Quickies.
It's peanut butter jelly time.
Quickies.
3 of the hardest things for people to say. I'm sorry, I need help, and Worcestershire sauce.
Quickies.
Ricky, you got to stop the cues from coming in the gym with all that baby oil on.
Quickies.
Good morning. This is Brown Tony. I'm in the car with my cousin Black Tony. And we'll come in to work, and Maria send us some pictures of her working out.
Quickies.
United with sand, divided with fall, with tighter than pantyhose, 2 sizes small.
Quickies.
Okay, here we go. Good morning. Blah, 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 blah. Ja Lion Sound. Good morning.
Quickies.
I am a boy, Damien. We are not in prison anymore.
Quickies.
Ladies, when you guys go get them butts, take a look at ladies with real butts. We got thighs that match that.
Quickies.
Fixie Jesus, fixie Jesus.
Quickies.
What do you call a deer with no eye? I have no eye. Jesus.
Quickies.
Special K, you need your ass with wearing them damn boots with them skinny jeans.
That was very unnecessary. Oh, we got a commercial to go to or something?
Nope.
So what, K?
Oh, we got a commercial to go to, a song.
Yeah, man.
Come at you like that, Kay.
Yeah, let that go. Yeah, let that go.
Boy, Cincinnati is upset.
Disrespected their town, Kay.
Hope y'all have a heat wave up there.
Well, Cincinnati ain't playing with Special K, but wearing them boots over there. I'm so sorry. Oh, man, I'm crying. But let me tell you something. Hey, fellas, I need every damn truck driver. I need every man driving a car this morning. If your woman play this for you, you are putting it down.
Man, this song, man, that Tina Marie.
If you got her out on a limb, that means she done climbed a tree.
Come on, dog.
Because in order to get to the limb, you got to climb the tree.
Speak on it.
And what woman climb a tree on you with some heels on? She got on some 3-inch kitty heels and then climbed the tree, and you got her out on a limb trying to look in your window to see where you at and what you doing. Special K, what if he got her out on the limb, what is he doing, Special K?
Oh, he putting it down. He bringing that I just got home from jail, ain't got nowhere else to stay kind of loving. You know, because he can't go back to his mama house. He can't go back to his sister house because she got a new husband that don't like him. So he got to stay with you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't what you used to be. You know what I'm saying? You ain't thick like you was in high school. You way too thick right now. But he know that you got that bedroom. That you know. Look. I'm telling you. Look, boy. Come on now. She out on a limb. Oh, he laying it down.
Gary.
Honey, that song, well, my thing is different than that. That song made me want to cry.
Why
baby, that was in my drag queen days at the club. When we used to go to the club, baby, Miss PT used to sing that song, honey.
In Houston, in
Houston, yes, at the Midnight Sun, honey.
Wait a minute.
Yes, baby, that was the days, honey. Oh, my God.
Them days.
And it's just really, it's a touching song, and then reading the words, the lyrics to it, just really, honey, make you want to cry. Oh, my God, honey. That was
what part of the song make you want to cry, Gary?
Baby, when she says suspended animation, honey, I'm lost inside of you. She said, I feel so insecure, and yet I've never been so sure, honey. What am I going to do? She said, baby, I'm out on a limb, honey. Oh, my God. It's just,
What relationship that bring you to, Gary?
I ain't had none then, I don't think, but, honey, it makes me want to have one now, honey, because the words just...
You was dating somebody during that time, wasn't it?
No, that's when you was playing.
Before or after James?
That was, I think they never been around. That wasn't his days, honey. No.
That was
85, 86?
That was before Be Eating James.
Yeah. If that would have been during this time, I would have been out on a damn limb, I tell you that.
but you told us out there that James had y'all on the limb, Gary.
Yes. Baby, I'll never forget her. One of my friends said she felt like Vanessa Williams at that time.
Shout out to Booty E. James. Can't say the whole thing.
Don't say the whole thing.
Rita, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I wasn't even born when this song was out.
Girl, what?
I wasn't even born.
Oh, no, you wasn't. This was before your time.
I was born at 87.
What's his name, Rick?
Oh, yeah,
wow.
83 or something like that.
What's his name again, Rick? Be Eating James.
A.K.A. Mr. Olive Garden.
Say what, K?
A.K.A. Mr. Olive Garden. What do they do when they get to that table? What do they do when they get to that table at the Olive Garden?
What they do, K?
What they be tossing? What they be tossing when they get to that table? Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm crying. Boy, y'all.
Sweeter than the taste of midnight.
You and your feelings when that record played.
Yes, baby. Baby,
you were in here singing with your eyes closed.
Honey. Miss Tina
I
Marie
went
said
back
that,
to the
baby.
day.
She was out on a limb, honey.
Club in Houston.
Midnight Sun. That was the name of it, honey.
I see a woman out on a limb with some 3-inch kitty heel shoes on, white shoes and black stockings. I know that's when you putting it down.
And a slip.
And where Rita?
A slip.
You call it home, said, baby, I'm about to head on to the crib.
Ladies and gentlemen, this morning, sitting in for the Brat this week, it has been my dear friend, comedian, the one and only mentee.
Hey, yes.
Rita Brent.
Pimpin'.
Woo.
Hey, Rita, something came up on Facebook yesterday that you posted that it's our anniversary. We've been knowing each other 7 years.
7 whole years. It's the year of completion, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yes, Rick. We met 7 years ago at the Start On Comedy Club. In my opinion, one of the best comedy clubs in America. And I was opening up. That was the first time you saw me perform, and I will never forget it because the first time we met, I had a little bottle of Jack Daniels, just a little bit, because I used to take a shot for nervousness, but it wasn't working anyway. But Rick, you looked past my face and you saw that little bottle, and you were like, "You do not need that to perform. You let your excellence that's on you. Don't let alcohol or anything like that get the credit for your excellence." And I was like, man, I just met this man and he already, teaching me.
That's deep.
And that was the beginning of our mentorship, and it's been amazing ever since.
Man, I tell you, man, you have made the Q Omega Psi Phi Delta Sigma Theta experience. I just always wanted to have a Sarah that I could just mentor and be with, and you have confirmed, validated. Sometimes, man, God just give you double for your trouble, and everything that you've been able to come in and do. And we've been on the road for years. And Bruce Ayers, the guy that gave me my start, introduced me to you. He the same person that introduced me to Steve Harvey.
Yes.
And he looked me in the eye. He was like, "Hey, I want you to take care of her, take her on the road with you." He said, "She has a lot of talent," and he said, "It's time to pay it forward."
Yes.
And I have to tell you. And I'm gonna say it without getting emotional, because God always give you what you need. You are the epitome of class, the epitome of respect. Even regardless of how good you know me, you never become too comfortable and too familiar. Never had to correct. And when I talked to you about having that, taking you a shot before you go on stage, that was the only thing I ever had to say to you in these past 7 years. Your professionalism, and then you went on to open up for Cedric the Entertainer, traveled all over the country with him, and I'm just excited to have you in my life. Everything that we ask you to do, you do it with excellence, and you bring so much. You just bring so much to the Special K. I mean, you've been on the road with us,
everything you said about Rita. That is so true. The professionalism, the class, the class, just the respectfulness, pretty much the opposite of everything that I am. No class, no respect, way too comfortable.
Yeah.
So Rita, what is it like having Ricky as your mentor? Then, since all that's being said, what is it like having him as a mentor?
Gary, I really feel like God knew what he was doing, because when I talk to other counterparts in the industry, they're telling me about their on-the-road experiences with certain comedians. I don't experience any of that. Like, I ain't never been in the Red Roof Inn on the road with Ricky. Like, the accommodations are nice. It's like, you always had that friend who texts you to make sure you got home. That's what it's like being on the road with Ricky. Like, he's caring, and he also teaches me about the business as well. He sits on the side and watches my set, gives me feedback, and I've just learned so much from him. Even lately, just the resilience. Ricky has, Ricky, you've gone through a lot of stuff, but you always you go on stage and you give people their money's worth, because they're going through something too, and they paid to see you. So just learning so much about the honor and the integrity you have has been a huge influence on me. And so I'm just blessed that you were the first person that I went on the road with. It's been a wonderful experience.
I'm blessed to have you. You easy to mentor, easy to work with, and then you help me with my stuff, and we exchanging stuff. Say, hey, here, do this, say this. You give me a lot of stuff to say. Like right after you did that joke, you could have added this. I'm like, oh man, okay, I'll make sure I do it tomorrow night.
Yes. Or having that same background, you're a church musician, I'm a church musician. So there's just a special kind of connectivity there. There's a special connection there. And I'm telling you, man, God set this thing up just right. And I feel so fortunate.
Have you always wanted to be a comedian?
Awesome. Ooh. No, actually, I mean, now in retrospect, all of my classmates are like, "Oh, you were the class clown," and they're recounting all these things I did. But I thought I was going to be playing drums for Prince, because I've been playing drums since I was 8 years old. My mama put me on the drum set at a young age. She's a musician as well. So I thought music would be my claim to fame. So it's cool that now I'm doing comedy and music.
Love it.
Yeah.
And really, you got this song called "Rock Me Like a Pothole." What brought that song all about?
Well, shout out to my hometown, Jackson, Mississippi. And this is not a dig on Jackson because everywhere I go in the world, they have potholes, okay?
They do.
But this particular day, I was riding through my town on the street called Mill Street in Jackson. I hit the pothole, and it literally rocked my entire body. And I pulled over, and I said, man, this will make a good song. So I hit my boy, Sid Smith, and I said, look, man, I need a good Southern soul beat. He sent it to me, and I came up with Can You Rock Me Like a Pothole? And to date, that is my biggest song.
And how can they find this song, Rita? Because we about to play it.
It's on Apple Music, and you need to watch the video. I did the music video inside a literal pothole. You know
All right, y'all. Rock Me Like a Pothole. Here's comedian Rita Brent.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 28 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's being brought to you by Venus. Don't settle for bumps, ingrowns, and itch due to dry skin. Venus for pubic hair and skin is the only razor and regimen specifically designed for your pubic area. Explore the full collection at GilletteVenus.com. Good morning, RSMS
What was
family.
that called again? Read that again.
GilletteVenus.com. It's.
Read it again. I'm trying to write it.
Okay. Are you
Write
ready?
it down. Read that again. Yeah.
Don't settle for bumps, ingrowns, and itch due to dry skin. Venus for pubic hair and skin is the only razor and regimen specifically designed for your pubic area.
You got it down, Rick? Venus.
Mm-hmm. Listen, y'all, here's what's happening in news. A vital system of ocean currents could collapse within a few decades if world pollution continues. Scientists say the collapse would be catastrophic for global weather and affect every person on the planet. In other news, Colorado health authorities reported the first human case of West Nile virus in the state this year. Last year, Colorado had more than 200 reported human cases of West Nile virus, including 20 that resulted in death. Lastly, and Rock T, this is for you because you are the candy man. In celebration of National Mustard Day on August 5th, Skittles has partnered with French's to make its first ever mustard-flavored Skittle. Ooh. A press release describes the candies as having a tangy mustard flavor combined with the candy's iconic chewy texture. Would you try that? Anyone?
I'll try
mustard
No
Skittles?
way. It don't sound tasty, but I'll try it just to see.
No.
Mm-hmm.
All
Maria,
right,
what was
you
the
let
last
us
part
know.
of that sponsorship?
Venus for pubic hair and skin is the only razor and regimen specifically designed for your pubic area. Rock T, go on now. Go on, Rock T.
Oh, man. Hold on.
Pubic, not public.
Okay, gather yourself.
Rita, I'm sorry.
Pubic.
Yes.
All right, so we had seriously, man, we had a real scary moment in the world of sports yesterday. LeBron James' oldest son, Bronny, suffered cardiac arrest while practicing at USC. Medical staff was able to treat him and take him to the hospital. Bronny is now in stable condition and no longer in ICU. That's the great news. Stephen A. Smith shares some words.
When you hear something like this, you just thank the good Lord that the medical staff was there in attendance, that he wasn't practicing by himself with nobody around.
Yes, sir.
That there were people there to see and what transpired and ultimately come to the rescue. And we don't know how it's cardiac arrest, so obviously it's serious, but we don't know the intricate details. I'm just thankful. Thank the good Lord that he's doing okay and that whatever caused this is something they will identify and alleviate as soon as possible.
Yeah, man. Cardiac arrest, man, happens when the heart suddenly and unexpectedly stops beating. The blood flow to the brain stops. So, man, let's keep Bronny in prayer, and we hope for a full recovery, my brother. It's my quick sports report right there. Hot Spot is happening right now.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. 29. Boy, y'all gonna get us fired.
Back to the foolishness.
Y'all gonna get us fired. I already had 2 meetings this week. I'm not gonna be in this one fooling with y'all.
What's the sponsor?
I just try to get up and do the best I can with the best I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What time? What you say? 8? This segment is being. Oh, I'm trying to find. Hold it up on my phone. All right, y'all. This segment is being brought to you by Magnum Condom. Listen, hey, and live large and now thinner than ever with the new Magnum Raw. That's right, y'all. The thinnest Magnum condom available where condoms are sold. That's right, y'all. Live large and now thinner than ever with the new Magnum Raw. That's right. It's the thinnest Magnum condom available. Condoms are sold. Thank you, Maria, for your sponsorship, and I'll follow it with this one.
That
Rita,
was a
good
great
morning.
read, Ricky. That was really good.
Good morning.
What kind of morning show do we have?
I don't know.
When they need a check.
Because you got on the advertisers spending money.
Nah.
What was it, Maria? What's it called?
Venus for pubic hair and skin is the only razor and regimen
and then here I come.
specifically designed for your pubic area.
Right, and then here I come talking about now thinner than ever with the new Magnum Raw, the thinnest Magnum condom available where condoms are sold. At least they trying to promote safe sex or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're doing the best we can. Rita Brent, good morning.
Good morning, Rick. I'm Rita Brent sitting in for the Brat this morning, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. While Wiz Khalifa was on stage in Michigan on Sunday evening during his tour with Snoop Dogg, his security team foiled a home invasion at his Los Angeles mansion. Reportedly, a Venus for pubic hair and skin razor was missing.
Boy.
Was missing from his cabinet. The LAPD told TMZ that the suspects had vanished by the time officers got to the $7.6 million mansion.
That's all they got.
That's all
You
they
know what?
took.
That wolf monkey must be bad out here.
Yeah, it must be an epidemic going on. A lot of women underwear look like they got a boxing glove in.